Welcome back to the Ultimate Transformation Plan 777. 7 must-haves, 7 diet plans, or food plans, however you want to say it, and 7 workout plans. My name is Laura. I lost 125 pounds all by myself with a lot of tenacity, a lot of effort, and I'm here to share with you how I did it. Today's video is super important because it's how I lost the bulk of my weight and how I was actually able to reverse a lot of the issues around why my weight was being so stubborn. I mean, I have been on so many diets throughout my life that my body just didn't even want to lose weight anymore. I had gut issues. You guys saw as we've been going along now, all the things. I've had hives, I've had gut issues, I've had all of these problems and so many plateaus and so much delay. But now I was like getting even more serious about the whole thing. And when I was having the last video I showed you guys about the histamine diet plan, I showed you the keto, I showed you vegan keto. This plan is as simple as it gets, but you have to be as determined as you can possibly be. And how I heard about it was a friend of mine and I were having brunch, and she had told me about this plan, and I looked it up, and lo and behold, it was the same plan that Oprah was on years and years and years ago when she came out with that Wagon. I'll post a picture of it. She came up with that Wagon and she had lost, I think, 67 pounds. She was 212 pounds and then she reduced down to, I think, a size 10 and in and around the 145 pound mark. Well, I was kind of very close to that place. I was somewhere between 215 and 220 at the time, and I'm like, damn it, if Oprah can do it, so can I. She has since kind of renounced the program, saying that it upset her metabolism. I'm here to tell you it hasn't upset mine. If anything, it has reversed my gut issues. It is not the most perfect clean. It is, it's got ingredients in it that may or may not agree with you. But I was willing to just about, like I said, do anything. And for me, it was an answer. Similar concepts might be out there, but what I was doing at the time was deciding, okay, I mean, my body didn't even want to lose a pound at that point. It didn't want to get under that 200 mark, no matter what I did. So I went hardcore, and here's what I did. Before I tell you guys, please do me a solid. It's good karma. Send me a like, send me a message, a comment, subscribe to the channel, because your participation is going to help other people reach their goal. The more people that see this, the more help is going to be out there. So please do that when you get just a millisecond of time. I went a little above and beyond on the glam today because it's kind of like a celebration for me to get to this point to tell you guys. I've been building up to it. So the plan is called Optifast 900. Well, it is called that here in Canada. And basically the plan is no food at all. It's just 4 shakes a day. And I was like, say what now? But hear me out. I thought, how can anybody survive? You'd be surprised what your body can do. And in this plan, in this Optifast plan, I'll walk you through kind of what I went through on it, the first little bit, and how I adjusted to it, and how it can work for you. It really can. Or something similar. Maybe you've got another kind of shake plan out there, but this was a beautiful break from food and the easiest plan you could ever possibly think up, because yeah, you're just having shakes and all you need is a magic bullet to mix it up and some ice and some water. Simple, right? Yeah, do you guys remember this when she was came on stage? I'll try to turn it so you can see it. And she came out with her 67 pounds of fat in a wagon, and came out with those little jeans on, and became a size 10. And I thought, well, I mean, what if I just did exactly what she did? It's got to work, right? So I went ahead and figured out, now the system for ordering Optifast has changed a little bit. At the time, I was able to order it from like a supplier here in Canada who is like a medical supplier. You need to check in with your doctor on this one, you guys, just to make sure that you don't have any medical conditions that can preclude you from being on this program. But a lot of people who are getting bariatric surgery or any kind of, who really need to reduce quickly for whatever reason, go on this plan. It's done by Nestle, I believe, is the parent company. And essentially, the ingredients of the shake give you enough vitamins to survive on. And there's nothing more to it than that. So you simply wake up, you throw this stuff in your little magic bullet, you throw in some water, you throw in some ice. I really suggest ice, a straw, and you drink it down, and you do that same exact thing 4 times a day. So what you're going to go through from not eating food is very different than other diets, because your body is going to go kind of into a mode where you're no longer digesting a bunch of food every day. So you don't have that workload, and you don't have all of the different things that you have to filter through in your body in order for it to process itself. And at the same token, your exercise regime cannot be like hyper drive either. Just walking is plenty for this. You don't want to go too heavy. I definitely do suggest walking, because any movement at all is good, but easy does it, because remember, you're living on 900 calories a day. And I spread mine out. Like when I woke up in the morning, I had my shake, and then, you know, around noon I had another one, around 3, 4 I had another one, around 7, 8 I had another one, so my stomach wasn't growling like crazy. But it comes a point where your stomach just stops the heck growling, and you could roll on with this thing. Like if you don't interrupt it and put something else in your system that will get your hunger hormones going, you will be able to get this moving for yourself within a week period of time. Like your stomach will shrink down. Within 2 weeks, you'll be really rolling. Is it always easy if someone pulls out a big, pineapple pizza in front of you with cheese all over it dripping, and you've got just shakes to drink? No, but it's simple, it's easy, and if you're determined enough, you can do it. How long did I do this for? Longer than Oprah. My system was way harder done by than Oprah's was, I think, metabolism wise, how many diets I've been on wise, or whatever it was. It took, I went on no food for at least 5 months like Oprah did, and then after that point I adjusted slightly, and I added in a few raw vegetables or clear broth and steamed vegetables, and I went on for another 4 or 5 months, something like that. It rounded up to about 9-10 months in total that I lived on that, and I lived with good amounts of energy. I cleared out all of these toxins that I collected over my 50 years of life, and I actually felt really calm and at peace and good. But you know what was happening at that time was I had to go and get some surgery done, and the doctor required me to start eating food. So I was up for breast reduction surgery, because believe me, like after having 2 kids and after being overweight, they needed it. And I always had a ton of back trouble, so I had waited and waited for the surgery, and I wanted my weight to be as low as possible so that I could get, you know, kind of the size I wanted, and for it to reflect, you know, my body shape or what it was going to be. So I was able to get myself down to around, I'd say about the 160 pound mark. So I had lost a good 60-65 pounds ish, and then I had the breast reduction surgery, and I probably lost another 5 to 7 pounds. So Yeah, so then I was starting to get in the zone. I was starting to get in around 156 pounds, in that range. So from 220 to 156 pounds from that plan, just day in, day out. It was during COVID. There was nothing much going on except for me walking and drinking those shakes and doing my YouTube channel. And that was basically all I did. And, you know, COVID was awful, but it made it easy for this plan because nobody was going out anywhere at the time. So it really wasn't missing too much of life anyway. So it was super good that way. So I promise you, like, your body adjusts really, really amazingly to almost anything that you do. But it came a point of time when I had the surgery and I was going to go back on Optifast, and the rules about getting Optifast had changed, and it required here to get a doctor's signature, and they'll only sign off on it if you're obese or you've got quite a bit of weight to lose, and you've got a doctor that understands what you're trying to do. They're not overly excited to see you go on a plan like this because, yeah, it's pretty drastic, you guys. But after trying absolutely every other possible thing that I could think of to try, it seemed like it was the only option for me, and it did take me in to that place where I felt so close to goal. But when I had my breast reduction surgery, the doctor required me to go back on food. So then what I did was I did 2 shakes a day and a meal, started to incorporate protein and vegetables back in, some supplementation, and I started to move off of it reluctantly because I really wanted to just finish losing all my weight. But the surgery date came up and it was time, so I went for it. Luckily, the breast reduction surgery went fairly well. There were a few issues with it. I had some kind of weird pulling sensation, and it was a little disorder that can happen after the surgery that was quite uncomfortable, quite scary for a little bit. Eventually, after about 12 weeks, it resolved. But up until that point, I really couldn't do much exercising at all. Again, at a standstill, again, at a kind of like plateau on my weight loss. When I still had that last 10-15 pounds I really wanted to lose, and I will be telling you guys how I did that in tomorrow's video. There's still 3 more parts to this, so we're going to be going the last 10 pounds, the last 5 pounds, and then the last bit on maintenance, on how I'm maintaining and improving my muscle mass and my energy and my health every single day since. So I have been absolutely not ruined by doing Optifast. If anything, it really improved my every bit of my blood work in the end. My fatty liver was virtually gone, a little bit left. The last few months has made it completely gone. My gut issues were unbelievably repaired. Some of my pain issues were repaired. So I have nothing but good things to say about the program. Hey to Optifast, if you are out there and you want me to sponsor for you, I can talk to you about that. But it was for me an amazing plan to be on, just for the simplicity, for the continual movement of the weight, and for me feeling in complete control of what I was ingesting at all times. So I felt definitely empowered by it, and I really, sometimes wish I could do it again. I did actually get my hands on some shakes later on, but after I went on the next program, the taste was okay, but the next thing I went on, the taste of the next shake I went on, I enjoyed better, so I opted for that. But the taste of the shake was okay, but you do need to put ice and you do need to blend it. Otherwise you won't like the taste, and you do need to do it fresh, and you do need to drink it right away. Do not let it sit, do not let it go without the ice, do not do all those things, or you won't like it. So follow it exactly as I'm telling you to do it if you decide to do it. If you're in the States, you might have different ways of getting Optifast. But I absolutely loved how it took me to that place where I felt like I was unstoppable, because I knew I had complete control of everything that I put in my mouth. And it was an amazing feeling, and control of the continuity of my weight loss. And it was pretty downward spiral, slight little bumps, but not much. It was pretty nicely, gently brought down. It wasn't a super fast drop. It took time, but it was at least every day, 2 ounces, 4 ounces, 3 ounces, 1 ounce. I didn't care, as long as it was moving. And it moved pretty close to every day, at least a tiny bit. And that always is encouraging, right? So that is number 4. We did number 4 on the plan, and I will be back with the next 10 to 15, the hard ones to lose, the last bit, in the next day or 2. And I'm super excited to share that with you. And you guys, this is doable. If there's a will, there's a way. Stay tenacious, stay strong, stay with me, and we've got 3 more to go. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.